Oh, hello guys, I'm here with the champion of the 200 YCS in Utrecht, and it's also the biggest YCS in Europe so far. It's Niko Schlierkamp.
And I played pure Sky Striker. I think it's the best deck because it doesn't have like very bad matchups and it's very consistent. And you're not like stopped by so many, like stopped easy like the Alta guys by a single interruption. Then for the monsters, obviously 3 Ray. Then only 3 Ash, the only hand trap because I built my main to be the mirror match, and Ash is like really important against Shadrite. And I just sided hard against Gookie. Like this main also beats Altageist and Draco pretty well, so I didn't prepare so much for Gookie because it wasn't represented at all. So yeah, that's was right for sure. Then 3 engage obviously, then 3 anchor, had to give them back after the event. Then 3 multi roll. Now you definitely want to play 3 because it gives you like more options to bait out things and to like things like Shared Ride because he has to chain to multi roll before you pop his Shared Ride with Twin Twister, or he can't chain to engage, and so on. And you want more ways to trigger your field spell to have like more consistent access to your starter cards. So I'm also maxing those field spells. It can be a bit cloggy, but like you need to be able to play, so it's fine. Then 3 Eagle Booster. It's just insane the mirror match because under multi roll you can just like if he anchors you can just chain this and he can't respond to this, so you like out his complete back row with one single eagle booster, and it's just very good against like mid game situations, very good to hard draw, and you can like with set this every turn again with multi roll, search another one, so you just can't die, and play through back row and silky tear and whatever. And one token spell, one afterburner. I thought about playing two, because of Draco and Altergeist, but I think one was fine. I didn't face too many, so yeah. And in the mirror, it's not that great. Then one Hercules base for resources and one Shark Cannon for OTKs with Borisword if you take an opponent's Link 2 or any monster. Or in the mirror match, because it gives you endless resources, you can just like summon Kagari at this back. Like in weird situations, you can also just summon Kagari to have a fourth Kagari. And yeah. Probably should have played Jamming Wave instead of one Eagle, maybe. I'm like missed it very often to pop engage that came with multi roll, for example, or anchors, or yeah, just clear background generator without popping his Sky Striker links with Afterburner to trigger his raid, because then you have to waste one anchor. Because Eagle Booster doesn't always solve the problem because it doesn't clear the back row, it just saves you from the back row. So that's it for the Sky Striker cards. Then one Rota and one Upstart for consistency now, obviously. Then 2 Foolish and 1 Fusion. I think 2 Foolish are enough because 3 is very cloggy. And you don't need this, but it's just like a second and third Upstart, and even hard drawing Fusion with 3 roll and 5 field spells isn't like that bad in most situations. But if you'd like to play something else, you can cut this, but it was fine to thin out your deck and get 3 spells engraved as fast as possible, which is really important in the mirror match. And then 3 Shared Ride, best card of the format, just destroys the mirror. Yeah, same goes for Twin Twister, like great against everything except for Gookie. And yeah, just a blowout. And then for the last 2 cards was 2 Galaxy Cyclones. It's just you can pop one for the people who don't know it. You can pop one set card, and in the turn, then in your turn, except for the turn it was sent to graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard to pop one face-up spell trap card on the field. So first turn you basically use it as a MST. You can also send it off Foolish. And after turn 1 you can out like Village, Order, Protocol, multi-roll, spoofing, or your own field spell to get to Ray again. So it has so many applications. It's a really great card, and shoutouts to Erkin because he taught me to play it in the first place. I didn't play Called by the Grave because I don't think it's needed. Because like outside of hand traps, it doesn't have any great impact. Because I don't think it's good in the mirror because you want him to actually waste his Kagari, which means you don't have a Kagari in your turn either. And if you do it in your turn, he just saves the resource and you go -1 basically, and I don't think that's good enough. And hand traps aren't like so popular, and normally you can play around them pretty well. Then for the side deck, I play 3 Winter Cherries with Isolde and Nightmare Unicorn as target. Unicorn against Gemnet FTK, like some people play that. And yeah, Isolde basically. It's obviously against against Gookie. Then 3 Gamma and Driver. It's just a great hand trap against Gookie, and it's also good against Draco going second, or against like decks like Trickstar and Geist, because you take away that monster under Village against Geist. Against Draco, you just activate a spell, he has to chain, and then you go for Gamma, and then link it to Phoenix and clear 2 cards. Then 2 Ghost Spell, I just wanted something against Gookie I could draw into with Shared Ride, and that works under Midbreaker Field. I didn't side it against anything else except for BA in the finals, because I had to side out all the dead cards in the main deck. I never resolved it against Gookie. Once against BA, it was fine. I think I would play it again because it's great against Gookie, because they often lag Gookies now, so they can't search a second rematch mostly. Then 3 Effect Veiler, I think it's better than Impermanence in this deck, because it's you don't have to set it, so your opponent can't like out it, so you can also side against Trickster, especially going first, and you can draw into it with Shared Ride against Gookie. It's also really important, and yeah, I just normal summoned it a few times for link plays. Yeah. And then 3 Heavy Storm Duster for basically any matchup except for BA and Gookie. You could just also main that, but I think Cyclone was the better choice in the main deck, because this is weird if you go second and your opponent also plays Twin Twister or Duster, and even if you go first, you have to set this so your opponent can Twin Twister it and it has no impact, while you can keep this in hand and just pop next turn. And it's a Spell Engrave, so I preferred this on the main deck. Yeah, that's for the side deck. Then for the extra deck, 9 links. I think 9 links are mandatory now, because like the mirror is such a grand game, so you have to like play maximum links. Then 1 Boros Ring for OTKs, like only made it in finals. Never made this, but like came up in testing. Never made this either, but it's great against Nightmare Morts. Made this only in finals, but it's mainly a charity target, and also has some application sometimes, so it was good in the extra decks. And Phoenix made this a few times in the mirror. If you anchor the monster, you link away into Phoenix and pass on next turn and send Phoenix away with a multi-roll, and you can still pop a set card while doing that. That's a great play. And 1 Isolde is a cherry target. Yeah, that's it with the list. Shoutouts to E-manGames, our sponsor Monster Protectors, and the best locals, Raid and Trade and Karlsruhe.
You want to tell us about your matchups? I heard your top card was insane.
Yeah, like in Swiss I played against 6 mirror matches, I think. Yeah, 6 mirrors. No Geist, 1 Draco, 2 Trickster, 1 BA, 1 Cyber Dragon. Yeah, and in top card I played against Typhoon with Geist, then I played against Pure Sky Striker, then against another teammate against Alberto with Pure Sky Striker. Then I faced Ericos from CCG in top 8. Top 4 I played against second at World Championship, so in the finals against BA, so pretty tough like top cut. But yeah, it worked out fine. I didn't struggle too much in the most matches. They just worked out pretty well, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations, and check out E-manGames on Card Market, eBay, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And yeah, congratulations for your win.
Thanks.